Hello everyone, I'm Wolf Riders, and joining me today is Daisy McQueasy, again, second time around,
Hi.
and SideQuest, also known as,
And
how do I pronounce your curse username?
you just say Zell.
And Zell.
Hello.
And today we're going to be
Yes.
just talking about, well, the topic is games, but knowing me, it's going to pretty much be anything under the sun.
Gonna be anything.
Anything. Who knows, we could end on a topic of tripping, like last time. Can you hear me?
Oh yes. Okay. I just had to delete by muting myself for a while because I was trying to get a couple of books that I got on gaming. So just hold on for a second. I have one on Java, one on Android, and I think I got some other stuff. I should have put this out before we start recording. So I'll just let you two start off.
So, do you play violin a lot, Daisy?
No, I don't. Not anymore. I used to for 2 years, but that's so long ago.
I really love
So
violin music.
Oh,
See, my parents tried to teach me how to play piano, and they actually got me lessons when I was really young. And I didn't get it. I didn't like it. I mean, I like listening to piano music now, and I wish I had the patience to learn it when I was little. It's just, I had trouble reading the music, and my teacher wasn't really explaining it in a way that I could, absorb. See, I'm a real visual learner, and if someone's just talking at me, like this is this and that is that, I'm just like, I don't get it. It's not sinking in. I need.
we are so alike. I'm the same person. I am actually. I'm very visual.
Yeah. And it's really bad for me, like, trying to recognize people because I remember them, in absolutes, pretty much. So if they change their hair, it's hard for me to recognize them. Like, my friend, she dyed her hair, and she was like, "Hey, Megan." I'm just like, "Who are you?" And she's like, "Oh,
Bad.
it's me, Ashley." And I'm like, "Oh, you shouldn't be changing your hair. I'm not going to recognize you."
Your audio cut out.
Mine did?
Yes, it just cut out for a second.
I'm sorry. It was probably because I went a little far away from the mic. So,
Okay, well it's fine now. Yeah.
so what game are you making? Are you making multiple games?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh well, right now I'm doing beginner stuff because I mean really I have or first of all let me just tell off the books. I got one beginning Java game programming. It's a pretty decent one, but but the book I got is kind of outdated even when it was brand new. It's Java is always being updated. Like one thing about computers, like not even every year, like every couple of months there's a new update. So it's
Yeah.
this books are somewhat updated by the end of the year or close to the end of the year. So that's one thing to note. So yeah, it's a beginning Java SE6, which is like 2 years old. So most of the stuff will work, but a lot of it is sort of outdated. But it's a pretty good one if you want to know Java. That's it's a pretty easy program to learn because one of the softwares it's used for is Eclipse, and that's more of it's called a smart software. So if you mess up, the program knows that you've messed up. It'll sort of fix what you've done, opposed to everything else like C++ and C# where if you do have an error, it'll tell you the error, but you have to fix it on your own and figure out what you did. And the other one I got, which is I actually have more books, but these are only two that I can find, is beginning Android games, which is again by again it's another Java based because to make Android games you only use Java C. Well, it's mainly do with Java, and I guess you could do C# with it. haven't really tried C# with making Android games, but mainly just Java programming. And it's also, I think it's out of date because it's only the second edition. But yeah, those are only 2 books that I got. But right now, I'm currently using a Game Maker because I've seen like a lot of games made with Game Maker, like
Presentable
you
Liberty
can,
was made in
huh?
Game Maker. Presentable Liberty
Yeah,
was made in Game Maker. Oh, but
Oh,
yeah,
with yeah, with
and I was gonna say like meow-ton, which is like one of the game series that I do on my channel like every single day. That's pretty much like what one of my games I'm trying to make would be like, because I like 3 game ideas. One would be like a robot that's trying to like take over the world. So like ever seen what that one game for like a long time ago, Destroy All Humans, where you're like a little alien that you're trying to like destroy the world or something.
yeah.
That's what one of my games would be like. But right now I'm just like sort of testing what Game Maker I could do because because I've been like programming for like I've been learning programming for like about 5 years, and then when I was in high school I did like HTML. Like HTML, it's pretty much boring, so that's why I'm always looking for like programs that like sort of like have a visual effect to it instead of just straight out coding.
Yeah.
Because because I always did HTML. HTML was like boring until I found out Dreamweaver, which is more like, hey, what you see, what you get. So as soon as you type something in, then that's what you see on like the page. So I'm always like trying to look for like programs for game making that is like a visual thing of like what you put in is what comes up on a screen instead of having to do all the code and stuff. Although like code, that would just make everything a lot better.
Did you know RPG Maker MV has it where you can import it as a mobile game?
Oh yeah, that's the newer version.
Yeah. I actually got a trial of it, and I had started making one of my games in, and then I realized I can't make a decent game in 30 days. Well, I could, but I'm more of a storyteller with my games, and I could easily do just like
yes.
a fighting type RPG, but I would never release it. And so,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, you can just like release it to people that you know. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Like, I remember the first game I made it in Alice, which was like a learning game maker. This was like the early editions of Alice right after MIT released it. And me and my brother made Pac-Man. We recreated Pac-Man. And that was so much fun to play. And my dad was like, why do you keep on recreating old arcade games? You're never going to be able to sell them. I'm like, they're just for fun and practice, Dad.
They make like well, you can just put some up for like free, I guess. Because I've seen like some like websites that have like old arcade games, but they're like made with newer graphics and stuff like that. Like I've seen like a new Space Invader games that looks pretty good. So like it's for free though.
Yeah, I would love to do that. But the computer that we made them on, this was like in 2006 that we made it. And that computer has since fried. That was my favorite computer. His name was Gordon. I named my computers. Is that kind of weird?
Not if you name it how.
No.
Well, like, this computer that I have right now, I call Ramsey. Since my first computer was called
Ramsey?
Gordon. Yeah, Ramsey.
Oh, like that. Oh. That's brilliant, Maggie.
Thank you.
Named it after a famous chef. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you know I like to cook.
Oh yeah, I've seen like your like cookie making videos.
I'm actually planning on making an apple pie tutorial soon around Valentine's Day.
That would be amazing. Or he's gonna make like a what? Like a straight like from scratch or just like
From scratch. That's all I do
Okay,
is
yeah.
from scratch. What's the point if it's not from scratch?
From scratch.
But then again, to create an apple pie from scratch, you must first create the universe. Neil deGrasse Tyson said that, I think, or Tyson, whatever.
Yeah, I think he said that one of his like Star Talk podcast, I guess.
Yeah.
Or you listen to his Star Talk podcast, or because I've listened to it, but I haven't really done so lately.
I used to, but here lately my attention span's been so short that I can't really sit through long things just listening. I have to be like staring at something moving on the screen, and then I get distracted by the thing moving on the screen that I don't listen. It's weird. I'm just used to videos.
I mean, really, like I just like procrastinate a lot as much. Like I'm supposed to be doing like a lot of graphic designing things, but I'm just so focused on doing like YouTube videos and whatnot. So that's I mean, I'm really supposed to be doing like promoting myself as like a freelance graphic designer, but like I'm really just focused on making YouTube videos. But either way, like it's what I want to do and what I like. So that's sort of like a positive for me. Yes.
See, my dad actually wants me to focus more on my YouTube videos than other stuff. He's like, well, focus on school, of course, but also focus on YouTube.
Oh yeah, school is first. Yeah.
But
Yeah, when I was still in school, I just like first thing first, do the class assignments, homework, and then I'll do whatever I wanted.
yeah, thankfully, I actually will have a good amount of free time during the day, because I only have 2 classes a day. Well, like, with the exception of Friday, I have 3. But one of my classes is a 3-hour-long class in the one day. So it's a 6-hour-a-week class.
When do you go to school?
Well, I start on the 20th. And it's weird. We're starting on a Wednesday, but there's a holiday on the 18th. And so I start back.
Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I totally forget about that every single year.
Yeah.
Okay. Even though there's like the King parade's like basically like a couple of streets down from me. Well, not a couple, like it's like it's in the area somewhat.
Yeah. So I'm just happy for 2 extra days after the weekend to be banking games. Like, I have 27 games from Game Jolt that I have the permission to do Let's Play of from the game makers. And so until Wednesday, I'm going to be recording a whole bunch of videos. I actually have a week and a half's worth of videos already recorded and scheduled. So this will actually... What?
I was saying, like, I wish I could get like permission from like brand new games. Cause I'm always like tweeting about like new stuff that go up on Steam.
Well, see, I went on Game Jolt and I searched by date released and views, and so I got to the newer games that didn't really have a lot of plays but looked decent and played them. Like, one of the games that I played is called Mythical, and it didn't really have a lot of views yet, and it was released around Thanksgiving of this past year, and it's a really fun game. It only lasts like a minute, but it's a really cute, you have to go get the gem type of game. And
like,
then
like Sonic the Hedgehog type, where you just like race to the end. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
well, it's, you run down this corridor, you click on the gem, and then these monsters come after you and you have to shoot them, and then you have to leave.
Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
And one of the games that I also played is Low Poly World, and it's, you have to survive, and collect wood and build like a little fortress.
and it's in like Vexel polygon graphics, hence the name Poly World, right?
Hmm.
Or
It's
is that just, or is that just like the title of the name? Like Poly doesn't have anything to do with the graphics, right? Or
well, it's
does it?
just a well with polys. I think it's referring to like with 3D modeling.
Yeah,
When
that's what I was saying.
yeah, but it's the way I can describe the graphics on this is kind of like Minecraft, but less pixelated and more rounded. It's all smooth and pretty. And then I also played Follow Me Darling, which was interesting, to say the least. It was kind of fast, in my opinion, and it had potential. I'm not hating on it. It's just the storyline was too fast, and it was like, I've just met this person. Oh, I'm in love. I want to be with you forever. Like, okay, that does not.
Oh, that reminds me of Fahrenheit. Man, that was a forced relationship in that game.
See, I'm all for love at first sight, but you don't tell someone that you want to be with them forever after only knowing them an hour.
It's good stalkerish.
Don't.
What?
I was just saying like it gets a bit stalkerish after that, or
Yeah.
desperate.
And the game ends right after that. And there was another game I played. I can't remember what it was. Oh wait, Ira. I played Ira Act 1, The Pilgrimage. But I'm not going to upload that because it was just frozen on the cutscene when I watched the recording. And I was like, well, great. I can't upload this.
Well, you could record it as a blooper. Dude, that's what I do. Like like my latest videos, which was the first video of the new year. Where I made like a little blooper reel. I did my intro, and just as I did my intro, when I was thinking, okay, there's no airplanes flying by, because in my videos, like a lot of airplanes fly by over my house, which causes a lot of noise. Even if I have like my windows closed and like I got my noise gate on my microphone, so that you'll still hear like airplanes flying by. So as soon as I do my intro, just airplanes flying all by the house. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was a pretty fun video, like a little blooper reel of like 2015.
Here in about
It was-
15 minutes or so, you'll probably be able to hear airplanes over here because we're near an Air Force base. And so they're constantly doing flybys. Like last night, well, not at night, but around 5, a fighter jet flew so close that I could feel it, like, ruffling my curtains because I had my window slightly open. And it was like, like they went really low, and then they went back up.
Oh, you live in like what, Fort Knox, or is that like another Air Force base?
I don't think it's Knox. I live in like a beach area, and there's actually 3 bases near here, and they're constantly doing flybys.
Yeah, because our other friend Crimson Phoenix, he lives like near Fort Knox, and he has like airplanes constantly flying by him. So yeah, I live like relatively close to the airport, so that's why like you'll hear airplanes do my stuff. Mainly if there's like the arrival planes you'll hear, but like departures you don't hear them that much. Just see like arrivals.
I think
Like I'm hearing an airplane right now, but that's most likely a departure one.
I think Crimson lives higher up in Texas than me. I live near the border. So
He lives like what? I forgot. Well, wherever like Fort Knox is, that's where he lives. I can't really think of the town.
I'm gonna Google
All
it.
I know, all I know is California. So that's
See, I'm gonna Google it right quick. I was gonna Google it on my phone, but my phone is dead. I have to charge it.
All right, now let me ask you a question. Do you leave your phone on, or like at nighttime when you go to sleep? Do you leave them on? Do you leave your phone on, or like off? Do you like completely turn it off, or you just keep it going on forever?
I turn it off.
You know, I never turn my phone off.
Me
It just-
neither.
It's just perpetually on. Like if I go up to the uptime, it'll be like 1,000 hours or something like that.
Well, the thing is, I would keep it on, but my Twitter notifications would wake me up.
Well, you can just turn off your Wi-Fi. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I just turn off the Wi-Fi.
But, like, funny thing,
Top device.
yesterday, one of my notifications from Daisy woke me up, and I feel bad because she didn't know I was asleep.
No, I didn't. Well, I don't know. You wrote to me that I should use course instead of type. So I was like, oh, cool. I should probably write to you, and I didn't even. I just woke up, by the way. I wrote to you.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
going to sleep.
Well, it was like 7 a.m. for you, wasn't it?
No, it was more like 8:30 a.m. No, 6:30 a.m. Of course.
Well, that's a little
Yeah.
early for
I don't
you.
have the time. I wake up like 6 a.m. every day. Go to school.
See, sometimes, like during the school semester, I wake up around, let's see, 4, I think. But
I never woke up like we 4 in the afternoon or 4 in the morning. 'Cause I've never like woken up that early for class. Even when I had like early morning class, I'll never wake up that early.
well, see,
Yeah, I used to go to school in Reno. Like when I was in dorms and like the classes were like sort of close. I would like wake up like an hour before class and like just roll with it. But yeah, like my phone's been up for like uptime like almost 1,700 hours. So that's pretty much where the only time I actually turn my phone off when it goes to like updates. One right now.
Oh.
But I'm not,
if you heard that noise, it's my phone.
Right.
Someone just tweeted me. I think it's Graham. But my phone,
wait, was he gonna be was he supposed to be on the
he's
podcast?
supposed to be on it later, around 6.
Okay.
Okay.
He's like 3 hours ahead of us, right? Well, 3 hours ahead
I think
of me,
he's
right?
in
Or-
Florida. So, yeah,
but
3
I'm
hours
saying,
ahead.
like 3 hours or like okay.
Because I
6 would be like 3 o'clock.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm gonna message him saying, get a curse account. Let's see.
Now speaking of school, like is there like you ever like just straight up ditch classes because they were just
I never ditched. The only time I missed a class was when I was throwing up black vomit.
Ew!
That's
You demon!
that,
You demon!
that totally like replaces what I was about to say because mine would be like, boring. Mine would be boring compared to yours. Like, okay. I just
Oh my God.
be boring as hell. Like what I was about to say, like I had one professor who was just like straight up never showed to class, or he barely showed to class. He barely taught anything. He had no enthusiasm. He didn't care about his job. He just like it was pretty weird because like one time he came in like really late, and there's one guy right next to me was like, "Oh, why does he wake up in the morning?" Yeah, he was that kind of guy. But the one cool thing about his class is that he did like random roll call. So like when he do the roll call, the next class I just skip it because like this class. And the other bullshit was like I didn't do any of the homework. Like I barely passed the test, and like I still got a C. I was like insane. And but he did like grade on the curve, but it was just strictly. It was just this class was just straight up.
I'm
bullshit.
gonna have to have so much
he
editing
was
for that
like,
sentence right there.
X and not. What? You don't want to what? You don't put curses? There's no like. I can't say the 7 words.
No.
I can't say
I'm
the
fine
7 I can't. So you're saying I can't say none
No.
of that? none of that. I just say none of that.
My channel
Okay,
was rated G.
I thought we were all adults and we were
Daisy is a teenager.
Okay.
What? Hey!
So what? Whatever. Like
I'm-
teenage. Oh, it's like. Okay, I'm thinking. Oh, okay, how old is she? Like what? 16?
Okay, she's
14?
17, but still.
What?
14?
17, okay, 17, like, whatever. It's
Most of
nothing.
my
It's not.
Just curse all you want. I don't care.
most of my viewers are like 13 though.
Okay, sorry, we're not cursing anymore.
First of all, 13-year-olds they curse way more than us. Or let me just tell you that.
That's actually true. That's true.
That's
Way
that's
more.
a fact, all right?
Haven't you ever walked by a kindergartner and they say "F" straight to your face?
Okay, not a kid.
I have.
But like,
I have.
Oh,
Trust me. I
where
have.
have you been going to?
Man, Denmark is a crazy
What
place.
schools have you been going to?
Wow.
Schools have
Well-
you been going to?
I don't know.
Although,
I just pass random stuff.
you know what? I should sort of like stop because my niece is over and she's like an infant. So whatever. She can't hear me.
My sister, when she was 2, she said the F word, and she said it in the proper context to my oldest brother. She was like, "I'm gonna bleep you up."
What you say?
I don't remember what Jared had done, but Whitney got really upset, and she said, "I'm gonna bleep you up, Jared."
So she
No,
said bleep.
She said
Like
Wow,
she said the F word.
right. Okay. Oh sure. Right.
little kids sound like. Hey. I mean, I've heard that pretty much
And when
sometimes.
our mom asked
So
her,
yeah, but a kindergartner, that's.
and my mom asked her what she had said, and she was
But a
like,
kindergartner,
"Nothing."
you know,
But then again, I did a lesser swear when I was younger, but it was funnier when I swore. I was 8, and I really wanted a bedtime story, even though I was a bit too old for a bedtime story. And my mom told her to read me a bedtime story. She would not, and so I told her to read me a story, and then I called her the B word. And it was funny because I screamed that at her.
Oh.
I've said that to like a. That's because like I was for some I don't know why, but I was like really annoyed for some reason. I really don't know why I was annoyed. I just like, like, but at the end I was like, nope, I didn't say shit. But, like the situation was cast away like seconds afterwards. So like, so it was done as soon as I said it. Nothing afterward.
But
Like I never really like cursed as a kid. I mean, I'm pretty conservative with my swearing, other than when I was saying 7 words, just to like,
annoy me.
Just to make a point.
yes, just to annoy you and mess up make you do more work, basically. Yes, there's gonna be a lot of just beeps and bleeps
Well,
and all
I'm
that
not
stuff
gonna
in
use
the
a bleep. I'm
podcast.
gonna use meows.
Yeah, okay,
Aw, that's
you're
cute.
gonna think there's like a ton of cats. All in the video.
It's like the same meow sound all the time. It's like meow 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 and meow meow.
I think that's the meow I'm gonna use. Is your meow that you just? But it's gonna be.
That would be great.
It's. Good.
You know what you could do? Have you ever heard of like R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet?
I don't.
Because he curses, but like it's funny about because on like the edited version when he curses, he like instead of it being like a bleep or like a pause, he actually says like poop, like in the mother poop house and all that stuff. Yeah, you could like just pantomime or like sing boop and then out if you want.
I like the meow idea. So it's gonna be a meow-ton of meows.
Okay, so
A lot of meows.
well, yes, a lot of meows.
A lot of meowing meows.
That would be that's gonna be fun editing.
It's
this
gonna
video.
take me a while. Good thing I'm not gonna upload it until like the 29th.
Oh, that's how far you gonna? Oh, okay, well, when I do my podcast, I just like upload it straight after I finish.
I actually think I might just upload this on
Like,
the first instead. Give me more time. Well, I've been recording things in advance, so I won't have as much issues as I had last semester when I was trying to record the daily video the day I posted it. This way I can have more quality to my videos. Not
put like some jazz music in the background and stuff, bleeps and
That would be
meows and
great.
all that stuff.
Some lounge music, like we're sitting by a coffee table.
Yeah, and I could play the bass. So I just
Hey,
I'm actually working on
meow 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 meow. And all
I'm
that
actually
other
working on an intro screen for my videos, but that's gonna start around February. It's a ghost pony.
Ghost Pony.
I actually uploaded it. It's set to upload on Wednesday. Not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, I think. I'm not sure. It's one of the Wednesdays. And it's a 2-second video of a ghost pony just kind of floating. That took a lot of time to animate, and it's such a simple, derpy little animation.
Oh yeah, what do you use to animate? Cause like I use like well what I'm trying to do like this year, like my trying to make like webcam, but instead of like a webcam of me, it's gonna be like a webcam of like my mascot, and I'm gonna try to animate it with Flash Player, but like because that's the only other animation tool I know.
I
So
use
like, what do you
Anime
use to
Studio.
Is that by Adobe or what?
I think it's just its own standalone thing. It's by the same people who make Manga Studio.
Oh yeah, I've heard
And
of that.
I have the debut version, and I got it for like $6, and it was my birthday gift from my parents. And I'm actually saving up for the pro version. But if you want to shell out like $375, I would suggest you get Toon Boom Harmony, because you pay $375 and you have it forever, and it's a really good software, and you can import into Unity.
I got the money, but that's a lot of narrow right there.
Yeah.
Meow
Meow.
meow meow.
I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna call this podcast Mother Meowing Cats.
Yes, there's. Or you know what?
Oh, people are gonna be
Wait, what was
disappointed
the
because
one
there are
you,
no
like,
real cats.
Cat.
Oh.
Wait, hold up. Is there like
You know what I could do?
like a drummer or like a what am I trying to say? Like a one cat party? I think there's a band called Cat Party or something like that. I guess you could like name it. Well, let me see. I think there is a band called Cat Party. I think like Cat.
I know there's Josie and the Pussycats.
No, another. Yeah, that's true. No, that's like a
Yeah,
cartoon.
an old cartoon.
Pretty.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Yes.
Since I have a lot of time that I could do this, after my phone is charged, I'm gonna go to the quad. I'm going to snag Timor, the kitty cat, and just record him meow. Because as soon as you pick up Timor,
Okay,
he'll meow.
so there is like a band called Cat Party. I was like, yeah, there's a band called Cat Party. Then you just put like Cat Party. You go like maybe play like 10 seconds of their music or something, so you don't copyright it. Because I'm pretty sure if you put like just 10 or 5 seconds, that's like below the threshold of you just in a get out. So yeah.
Well, that's a good idea, but I think I'm probably either gonna use Daisy or just kidnap Timor, the kitty cat. Awkward silence.
Awkward silence.
Oh, yeah,
Awkward
this is,
silence. Awkward silence.
Wanna know how you
Awkward silence.
What side?
wanna know how you know
How?
this is the podcast? Because it's a dead. But you know, speaking of dead air, I used to do like a radio. It was okay. Have you ever heard like the Ricky Gervais, the FXM radio?
Yeah.
It was better than that, but like still kind of bad. But it was fun though. So yeah, we had like some topics and stuff. One of the topics for 1 week was like top 10 overrated things. Number 10 was like the phrase. Like what was that phrase about something about like slice of bread or like the best thing since sliced bread? That was like the number 10 most overrated thing. You know, slices of bread, yeah, it's convenient, but like it's not that amazing as like
Did you know Betty White's older than sliced bread?
art. Yeah, that was so better than
The best thing
So
since
the-
Betty White.
best thing since Betty White. Yes, yeah, but the number one most overrated thing that we did was we thought of would be the most overrated is communism. So yeah, that was the number one thing. I'm thinking maybe I should just like upload like my old radio show. Then there'll be like a lot of pauses,
Yeah. Well, you could always edit out the pauses.
plays. Yeah, because I really didn't like doing that, but yeah, it was sort of, but it was still pretty
We're
fun to
going
do.
to have like an
There
hour-long
was one-
podcast, it seems, because we're nearing 50 minutes.
Oh, we're nearing 50 minutes. Okay, I did not. Wait, did you like record late? So
What?
didn't you like record it late or something?
Well, my recorder is one off from the curse chat. And the curse chat, it says 43, but I want to end it at 50.
Wait, we pretty much have not talked about what we were supposed to talk about then.
From your podcast that I was on, you should learn that I can never stay on topic. I try so hard, but then I just let the weirdness take me.
Cats and Jazz Lounge and Flash Gordon. Okay, not Flash Gordon, but like. Do people know who Flash Gordon is? Would your listeners know or remember Flash Gordon the
I don't
most?
know.
Somewhat
Most of them are like
pretty good
under
sci-fi
13,
stuff.
so who knows?
Okay, yeah, no, they definitely want to know Flash
One
Gordon.
of my followers on Tumblr told me that she's like 8, and I'm just thinking, oh honey, I don't think you're old enough for this site.
The common problem.
But then again,
Well, they'll learn
I
soon enough.
had
Yes.
accounts online when I was like 10, and I said I was 13, even though that's wrong. But the thing is, I didn't
Oh yes. Oh yeah. MySpace. Yeah, MySpace.
I didn't have a MySpace.
They put
But
like
I had like
MySpace.
Free Realms and nation states. And 10-year-old me was a twit. I was kind of grouchy.
A what?
A twit.
A what? Okay. No, just. I'm just kidding. No.
Anyway, but I was a
Okay.
really mean kid because I was going through a lot of crap, and so since I couldn't really express it verbally, because that's one problem is I know what I want to say, it's in my head, but I can't really figure out how to say it right, you know? And so I was pretty much a troll on the nation states forums. I'm not proud of that. But then
It happened.
You were a troll before it was cool, so you were basically a hipster. Or yes.
then I hit puberty, and then I was like, this isn't cool. I shouldn't be doing this. And then I made a post saying, guys, I'm sorry, I'm deleting my account. And then I made a new account. And this time I was actually nice.
You have like AOL account like I am or something like that. Like, I had like one of those.
I don't think I did.
People like it was, when it was weird. It's like pretty. I don't know. Like I guess technology now it's kind of weird when you see like a 5-year-old with like an email. Because like for me, like back then I was like, yeah, I was like 5 with like an email, which why would a 5-year-old ever have an email? But yeah, I guess it's pretty sort of normal now because like the way technology sort of advances, and I guess like incorporate with education. Because like I know some schools have like emails accounts that they'll send to like the students. I'm talking about like elementary schools and stuff like
Well,
that.
I
So
have a 2-year-old
it was
cousin
sort
that
of
has an
weird
email
now, but
account.
like
He can't read.
yeah, like about 15, 18 years ago, that'd be pretty weird. But like now, it's like sort of the norm. But like for us, well, at least for me, because like I'm those, it's still kind of
Yeah.
weird.
See, when I have kids, I don't think I'm gonna let them have access to an email account that young, but I would make them one. You know? Be like, whatever name, McClendon at Gmail. Because
They'll be real cynical. They will be real cynical. They'll be on the internet like this, blah blah blah. But they'll be respectful in the household, on the like outside and on the internet. They'll like do, but still quite respectful.
I wonder what my kids are gonna end up like
Sometime.
when I have them. I don't plan to have kids for another 5 years, though. That's my plan. Wait till I'm 25. And then I'm gonna adopt.
Yes.
I plan to adopt like 3, but not all at once.
Or you can just be like a natural Julia Western name. Julia, you know her, the actress.
Julie Andrews? Oh,
Long
Angelina
hair.
Jolie?
No. Yes. Her. Brad Pitt. Yes. Once. Yeah, her. Yeah. Malachi or whatever. One of those 20 kids she got.
See, the thing is, I'm not gonna have that many
No,
because
wait,
I don't
wait,
think
wait.
she can
Stop.
really give them all the adequate love that they need with that amount, especially with the job that she has. I think the more demanding your job, the less amount of kids you have, and the less demanding your job is, the more kids you can get away with having.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but you're not doing like movies or stuff like every single
I
day.
know,
It's
and I'm
like
not saying she's a terrible mother. I'm just saying
out of the year.
I know her kids are probably going to have some like frustration or anger towards each other if one has, more time with her than the others. Because
Pretty sure she got like nannies or Brad Pitt's like watching them or some
yeah,
shit. Like
but a nanny isn't really your parent, and you're gonna feel like, oh, does mom not love me? Like, I grew up with a house full of kids, and I think one of the reasons why I was such a brat when I was younger was I wanted attention, and that's what a kid wants, is attention. They don't know why, but they want it. I think every kid does that. And so
I think we all want some
Yeah.
attention. Aren't we all attention whore? Is that a curse now? Is that a curse?
horror?
or
No.
horse.
No, whore.
But I could say some words that would make it
No.
just
See,
forget
like,
it.
I called the guy in Finger
Yes.
Bones a whore, so it's okay. I was like, boo, you whore.
Okay. What I was trying to say is we're all attention whores.
Yeah. Well, especially when we're kids.
As a kid, I didn't give a shit about everything. Yeah, me, I didn't give a shit about anything. Even now, so that's
Well, the thing
pretty
is,
much
nowadays, I
like,
don't really like
so-
attention being put on me, but when I was little, I was like, oh, mom and dad, they pay attention to me if I act out. them getting on to me is still attention, that means they love me. And
I don't really care. Just leave me in my room with my toys and stuff. My imagination. that's pretty much me.
growing up,
Same.
there were 6 other kids in the
I did not care.
household, and so everybody was pretty much, a lot of attention that was spread out amongst the 7 of us.
Yeah, I have like 2 older, like way older than me. Like, I don't really care.
Well, I have 3 older siblings that are alive, but growing up, I had 3 of my cousins that lived with us. But they moved out when I was like 12. But it's a long story that I'm not going to get on into the podcast.
Oh yes, our podcast about
Yep.
aliens or what to do with your programming them. But we have yet to do so. We talk battle and all that stuff about cats and Ed Air and Flash Gordon. Why do I keep saying Flash Gordon? I know it was Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I just keep talking until just keep talking and your brain will make stuff for you. And that's
One of these days I'm actually going to be able to do a podcast where I stay on topic. Like, I had to do a presentation in one of my classes and I couldn't stay on topic. I still got an A though.
Don't you write it down?
I write it down, but I always get too nervous to look at my notes. Because I try to look at the professor.
I don't really had. Yeah, I rarely had presentations and classes. My stuff was mainly our presentation was just, hey, give our flash drive to the professor and see our work. Okay, give me my shit back. Yep, that's been what.
My presentation for design class, I had to design the costumes for the play 6 Characters in Search of an Author, which is an absurdist play. And so I had these designs, and during my presentation, I got to the slide with Madame Passé, and I was like, and here's the whore. I had fun designing her. She is such a whore.
Did you say whore?
Whore.
Horse. Okay, I thought you was trying to say horse, but it just came out.
Nope, whore. Because she's a prostitute.
Remember, kids, this is a PG podcast.
Whore isn't.
So no.
The thing is whore. But the thing is,
Yes, man, this is gonna be so. It's woeful. It's gonna be so fun editing this video. You're gonna have so much fun putting in cats and other stuff, and oh my gosh, faces.
The thing is with whore, since it is an olden times term for prostitute, I don't consider it, a swear, and I don't consider bastard a bad word either, because it's the term for an illegitimate child.
What about meat crab?
What?
That was a South Park joke.
I don't watch South Park.
I said meat crab because you don't watch South Park.
No.
Don't you watch South Park?
That's like saying, that's South Park is like pretty much The Simpsons, but it's still relevant. South Park is been the shit started and it's still
I can't
now.
stand the animation. That's why I don't watch it.
The animation is amazing nowadays. They have the computer graphics. It's it's not cardboard. It's not construction paper anymore. It's completely computer graphics.
Okay, I might stop.
Yeah.
Because I might start watching now if it's different.
Yes.
But when I first watched it, I watched the first episode and I was like, ugh.
And the topics and discussions and the dialogue is way better. They get away with shit they could not have done 20 years ago. So yes, South Park is way better now than it ever was. So yes, start watching.
Is this going to end up like the anime that you suggested to me that was just boobs?
No, well, first of all, South Park will be way worse than their their stuff will be like way worse than ever anime, whatever Japanese people could think of. So that's
I tried to stop back watching Prison School, and this was when I was at my parents' house, and my mom walked in and she was like, "What are you watching?" And I was like, "It's a."
Oh, did you watch the anime version or the live
I
action
was
version?
trying to watch the anime version, and
Oh, you should watch the live action version.
yeah,
It's still a lot of booze, but like it's
not as big.
conservative.
The thing is, when I see big boobs, I'm not like grossed out or anything. I just feel bad for the backs.
Oh, great.
Like with a lot of those animes, or like you know the game Yandere Simulator that Mark played.
Yes,
Boobs
we know
McKenzie. Her,
Boobs McKenzie.
she
Hey, look.
just looking at that character makes my back hurt. But yeah, I really like that game. I think I'm gonna do not a live stream of it, but actually, you know what? I will live stream it on Valentine's Day. Yandere and
Yes, show senpai that listen, kill people for you. So that's pretty much.
I think they're doing a
Yandere
new update soon, so that's gonna be fun to play. I wonder if Mark's gonna do any more videos.
Wait, what were we talking
Right now we're talking about Yandere Simulator.
Yeah, I was thinking like, what do we talk about? A couple of things before.
We were talking about boobs.
Really shit. Another. No,
We were talking about
before-
backs and boobs.
Before backs, no. Before that, it was something
South Park?
else. I have very terrible. Yes,
South Park.
Yes. South Park. Yes. Start watching South Park. If you didn't want to watch it because the animation was shit, yes, the animation was kind of shit. That's pretty much the whole humor around it, because it was like just straight up like construction paper on top of construction paper, and just start moving it around. That was like the funny part about it, because you seeing like the characters just like walk, but they're just like hopping up around. That was like pretty much some of the humor around it. But yeah, now it's fully computerized. I think they actually use Illustrator to get the characters in like so it's the animation is like way better now. It looks completely fine, and the audio is like way better too, because they're not using because in the earlier seasons they like use their regular voices. Well, not really, they just like try to make a voice, but now they have like a program where they just talking, and through that program they'll just have like that character's voice.
Cool. Oh, speaking of animation software, Anime Studio, it has auto lip sync, so the lips will sync up the animation to the audio that you have for the voice file, and that's cool. Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
That's cool, because nobody flapping lips. I've seen like some pretty short anime where the dub is just terrible. Even in the original one, there's just flapping lips and talking, and then pauses, but they're still talking.
Well, I think I'm gonna end the podcast here because I'm gonna have to catch a bus soon to run some errands.
Okay, so like part 2 then later on.
Yeah.
We're supposed to do like what things to not do when programming or doing.
It's
games.
what not to do when you're starting out making games, like coding wise and storylines that you need to avoid.
Because this is basically just banter. No, don't even just put this like podcast banter before the actual more work for Woeful to please.
Yeah.
That's what. No, just title this podcast a ton of work.
Ton of
meow
work.
ton of work.
And meows.
Well, I'm gonna end the podcast here, and then I'm gonna go do some errands. And we could in tomorrow. What time do you get off of school, Daisy?
I'm done after that. That's like 6 a.m. at your place.
So let's try noon on Saturday if that works for you side.
Oh yeah, so wait, so noon
My
my
time.
time or your time? Okay, so I'll be like 10 o'clock.
If you
okay.
want, we can do.
Okay, and it'll be like 7 in the evening.
What? 7 at night?
She's in
what?
Denmark.
I'm in
Oh,
Europe.
Oh, you're in here. Oh, so 7 at night. Oh, damn. So, like, you know what? Okay, let's we can stop the podcast. 'Cause I was about to say, like, for some reason, I don't know why, but I'm sort of drawn to like places that are like really cold. So, like, I always want to like go to like Denmark.
Oh, please
and
come!
Norway.
It's freezing
Okay,
right
before I
now.
stop the recording, do y'all all want to say goodbye to the viewers?
Goodbye,
Bye,
viewers.
guys.
I won't be there
Have
for
a
the
nice
next
one.
podcast, or tomorrow maybe.
And do you want to think of another writing prompt, Daisy, since I kind of stole it from you last podcast?
Well, honestly, I don't know what it is. I still don't know
Maybe
what
like
you
a
mean.
theme.
What it's
Okay,
about.
at the end of my Let's Play for Low Poly World, I decided I'm gonna start prompting my viewers to just free write for like 5 minutes with a theme that I gave them, and at the end of the year, send me what they wrote.
Okay. Let me think.
That sounds like a lot of to do, and I don't.
Okay, I want them to write about cursing, since we did a lot of that in this.
Fatness? It's fatness. First of all, I don't see. Alright, forget it. I like. some
Okay, I'm stopping the recording now.
Let them talk about cursing.
blocked out. Words have blocked out of my mind. I had some smart shit to say, but it was not smart.
I'm gonna end the recording now. Bye, guys.
Bye bye.